I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Exit. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of him, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
They run. Cook looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 120! Kill! Set the time.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Big stop. Let's go.
On the carry, it's Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On second down, Cook. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score our home team 14. Visitors 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Jump out!
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Everyone got 4 down. 57 to Mike. 57 to You'll want it.
Go, go.
57 inside. 57 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Randy Moss, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Hey, 88. Bravo.
Now it's Rodgers looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Randy Moss. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park. And
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
so that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
26.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Rodgers now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I'm trying to collect.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
57. Mike.
Box it.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. We got it.
Shoot. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down with a sack at Ziggy Ansah. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Let's go, D. 40's the line. Squeeze. Hey, I'm coming up.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Stay with your man.
Wentz now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Done. Ready.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Man 5-7.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing is Wentz. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on now, let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. It's caught. Humphreys. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
20.
That's track.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
74.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
8 yards to go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Echo.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Rodgers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, check.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
And again, it's Rodgers. Big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Rodgers now throwing on 3rd and long. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Foxtrot.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Cook.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a run with Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the Ravens' 30-yard line.
Wentz to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.